in the red carpet, so to speak, for things like the Pantheon, and when you do get that point-and-click CC with the Nautilus, so we'll have to see. But there it is, the Rel on the opposite side. Nothing too crazy, but all in all,
like 5 different teams, so probably why we're not seeing it on stage is Ice does get the cleanse, but it doesn't stop successive CC from coming in. Bukata on the way down, decent damage to the crushing blow, and there it is! The Fast Bomb to finish it, Padak laying down some heart on the bottom side.
Like giving pretty good vision, steady vision. Side of Shifters there as Heretics ready to try and make a play of their own. Send with a Hex Flash forward. Hook going to connect onto Trimby. Crashdown not quite ready. Beautiful sequencing of CC there from Team Heretics. Quick kill pickup. And now
we'll do get out Trace. We'll probably know after this, but I've seen like some people playing around with like Riftmaker and the Andres and some other builds, but
I can test.
Bukata locked up, Pantheon on the way down, trying to delete him down. The Drake has dropped, Bukata's running to safety. Saren coming in from behind to try and finish the kill. Sheo finally gonna get knocked down, stand on the retreat. Trimby remounting, ready to go. Then flash out, Trimby going to follow. One more auto, and Padak might be able to finish it, but they cannot get it done. Shifters with a nice punish, they lose the objective. But moving in for a little bit more. And again, Team Heretics.
They can just reposition in the fight as they needed to.
It's fine, man. Just fight all the time.
I think the professional term is a whoopsie.
Trimby making a whoopsie of his own. Crash down, pushed back by Saren. Not today. Trimby. A little bit too deep on the vision there. Caught asleep at the wheel, thought he had some safety.
It's the second time he's been a little bit too far forward when it comes towards the trying to contest the vision, and doesn't really have Bukata around to help him out. And, I mean, fair dues to both Cheo and Sten, who have been good at catching him in those positions, but Trimby definitely needs to be a little bit more careful as he goes for those little ward pockets.
Yep, that he does. Padak waiting in the darkness, has a Triforce, will hit like a truck, but just wants to wait for someone to show up so he can get in there. Q, auto. Oh, it's so much damage to the Corki. Valk forward, one more Gene proc, and that's all it takes. He will lose his life, but casually walking up and essentially 3-shotting the small.
So at any moment, he can just try and match you on the bot lane. I think that's what they're so scared about. But at least now, Shifters is a little bit more proactive.
Realm warp down, they just want to delete Ice. Ulti to try and clear the way, but down he's going to go nonetheless. That is a massive commitment from Shifters.
Your stack thresholds, you're going to do damage. And you don't even really auto-attack that much with the build the Smolder does. You're pretty much just pushing Q on cooldown. It's very low-effort AD carry for the not-so-APM inclined as Ice sitting comfortably on the back line for now. All of the combos kicking off, though, and Ice's front line is just completely demolished.
That was a bounce house from hell right there. Shifters playing that incredibly well, but Rooster just corralling everyone exactly where they needed to be. And second dragon now for Shifters. This is working out relatively well for them now. They've kind of got a pep in their step.
Definitely do. And this is one of the concerns we had when we saw the Smolder and the Azir locked in, is like, look, Azir obviously has some decent early levels. Smolder can usually do fine, but Sheo did what he needed to do, which is be that early game bridge. Unfortunately, he just didn't bridge the team far enough. So now we're waiting. Get those second items. Things maybe start to get a bit easier, but if you walk into range of that Corki or that Rise, it's going to be rough.
Yes. And as you said, especially if you can get the Hex XO, like the chase out potential when you're like a relatively short range team is great.
Mount up, where are we going?
Going top. That's
farming. It would be a game if Rise is an OP at least once every like 2 years.
That is true. Yeah. But it's not Worlds, so.
Also, I'm just saying, a lot of the Faker champs are just permanently OP. It's an observation. Push back. Trimby not going to be able to find the engage. The hook goes in. Oh, Trimby definitely did not want that. Sheo coming down from the sky. Quick pick in the side.
Sure, I think you've got Saren who can deal damage, but Ice just tickles that thing.
Sorry, yeah, sorry. Shifters. Rise, the Rise Corki is what I'm looking at. Although the Azir eventually will do damage, but yeah, Ice, no. No. I can't follow that up. I have jokes, but I don't think my inbox is, yeah. Anyway, here we are. Nuke clears out the top side. They're finally forced to concede the tower. Now this might look like the Nautilus and the Rumble coming together. There is an angle, but flash forward going in from Rooster. Not quite going to hit the Q3, but gets double flashes out from the side of Team Heretics. Now Trimby looking for a bit of follow-up. Saren still fine, as is Ice, completely untouched. Trimby about to fall, but shielding is there from the footwork. Rooster body blocking, and Bukata ready for the re-engage, but a quick push back from Saren. Team Heretics holding the line beautifully, denying engage after engage, but have to be careful not to step too far forward. Instant hook onto Nuke. He goes golden. Buys a second with the stopwatch. Sheo ready to go right back in. Trimby burning. Extra shield from the crash out, keeping him standing. They're all so low. But Team Heretics are all still standing. They're going to set their sights on the Dragon.
The thing is, though, Shifters can actually reset it with Ryze's Realm Warp and the Hextech Journey actually make it back in time. You see the TP already coming through. Actually, no, it looks like Heretics just going to be able to finish off this Dragon. And Shifters couldn't find the engage they wanted. And every engage tool was met with an answer.
Going in, though. 5 stack in the bush, but Trace lays down a decent equalizer, sadly. Cannot keep Shifters around as it's an instantaneous pick onto Sheo. Nice stack, nice bait there from Shifters. Not going to fall for the same thing twice as Rooster still goes all out. Probably needs to back away now, though. It's quite squishy, and Team Heretics just going to focus on taking control of the mid lane, breaking that tier 1. I don't think they're really convinced of Baron as a threat.
Now you can't. Oh, are they actually going to attempt this? Because I was going to say I don't really think you are. 20 seconds with Sheo. If Heretics can slow this pace down, Sheo can rejoin.
He's there, but they kind of just used Sten's ult for nothing as Team Heretics weren't really in a position to follow. Sten health bar incredibly low. Emperor's Divide is available, as is Ice's ultimate.
There's a lot of splash damage from Heretics, though.
But there's no Sheo just isn't here. This should just be a guaranteed objective. There's no way they can take this. Bukata good on the smite. Trimby now looking for a bit of a re-engage. Saren trying to make the play. Ice finding the initial shutdown, but it does not look like this is going to work out for the side of Team Heretics. Shifters take the objective and get the fight as well.
Nice engage from Trimby on towards the back line. Made it very
low range comparatively. The Baron kind of makes up for a lot of that, just letting those minion waves crash in.
Yeah, and you're going to end up with so much gold coming off the back of this. It feels like this next Hextech Soul fight is going to be very difficult in 2 minutes as well. So I think for Heretics, like we have seen that if they are able to play it out and Shifters make a couple of mistakes in the engages, they have a chance, but it is not so easy as I thought Sten was looking for the play with Bukata on mid, but backs away.
And he does. So, similar to earlier in the game, we're saying the same thing for Team Heretics, which is hold the line, although Sten wants to start a fight. Equalizer going down, isolating Nuke, Rooster, but mostly they just delete a single wave. Now remember, when you're playing against the Baron, you really are just fighting to delay, to stall.
Offensive play from Shifters.
Can be a bit tricky, but third items are there now, as well as an additional Zeal for Ice. Nuke, however, not interested in waiting for a 5v5. Instead, just gonna do 1,000,000 damage by him. Bukata, don't push a button. Let him have, yes, that's what we like to see. 1v1, Bukata just a spectator.
That was insane.
That was
much damage he just did.
That was, I would look down for the actualizer. He doesn't have one.
Also, very impressive that the mid laners have managed to keep pace with Trace and Rooster when it came to levels. Like, usually...
They're continuing to walk up with a lot of confidence here, despite not having a top laner, but probably just because they don't want to give up this soul. Now, Shifters laying a trap in the brush. You got a TP coming in for Rooster, looking to rejoin with the rest of the team. Bukata got the smite earlier. Can he get one more? Sheo instantaneously locked down. Nice knockup to keep the fight going, but Hextech Drake is down, and now Shifters have the soul. Saren still uncontested. Tracing with a solid ulti. Nuke running for his life. Big damage from Potok off to the side, though. Sheo ready to fall from the sky. Nuke continuing to sprint away. Trimby with the instantaneous CC! Sheo! And I'm gonna be honest, yesterday traumatized me. I just don't believe it until it's over. The Shifters were part of the most LEC game I have seen all year. Now, I've seen 6, so it's not that crazy, but...
No, it was very LEC.
History repeats itself. Sheo running, using the Aegis Assault. Sten now going back in. Sheo with no equal, that means it's hard for him to step forward. So Sten just dies. That was a big moment of miscommunication there.
We go.
Nice immediate use of the Realm Warp here. Kick off the objective. There's just nothing that can be done here for the side of Team Heretics. They're going to be too late.
Yeah, there's basically no vision. There was that blue ward very briefly. Trace
Equalizer just in case. They're preying on a bad smite. Won't happen.
I was kind of surprised at how much damage Trace
took down. It is pretty easy for him to get that burst of tankiness alongside the Celestial opposition. And Escape is now Shifters looking to end the game. Knocking open one inhibitor. They've got pressure in the mid lane as well. 200 stacks wasn't enough, 300 stacks wasn't enough. Maybe if Ice gets to 400, they can win the game. But for now, Shifters slow, steady, controlled, not looking to force any kind of base race. Another Realm Warp out, Sheo going in, but now a bit of a split in the team. The focus on the Trimby means there's not really any avenue of attack. Shifters just have another wave on the top side. They're going to break another inhibitor. 1 minute until Elder.
And you're getting so much poke off as well with that Hextech Soul.
Then going wide, Trayson trying to clear. Good initial engage. Sheo gets some locked up. Bukata burns! Smolder finally getting an execute. That is jungler dead.
So there's going to be some serious work that has to be done, and it's on his ear to try and do it, which means Saren cannot make it to this fight. So it'll be the Elder Dragon going across, and Shifter surely with this can end the game.
Surely Hextech and Elder is enough.
So your ability to actually get value isn't quite there, and it should be gone. Or at least, well, you want to try and hold it until Baron.
They've synced these waves. Surely this is enough. Trimby instantly into the midst of the entire team. Shifter's just going to delete. They're just going to focus on killing the Nexus. They're going to kill the Nexus, and the game is going to end. They won't make the same mistake twice. That's right, folks. Nobody embarrasses Shifters 2 days in the map. Because it's hype. It's exciting, right? I'm curious to see how good Tao is. A player obviously promoted from, you know, Div 2, and a guy who I think has. So haven't lost out too much in these first few levels.
This is not the game I expected.
Going mid. Oh, this is his entire game. He did the thing. That's it. Getting that revive cooldown is good, but giving up your flash is going to make things tricky.
I'm surprised to see Los Heretics move up towards that top side to try and cover for the boss, though. And the heal burnt now on Reckless. You still have all these summoner spells up Hazel.
Crowny,
he has
barrier. Combo. Crowny, what? They didn't thought Prime was gone. They already got the Drake. So as excited as we were for the boss early play for the 1v1 top side, Tao getting extra levels is big because Zahed is so cooldown gated early on, and now Velia in trouble.
Oh god.
Doesn't have the flag anymore. Yukino wants to keep the play going. Flash over the wall, follow with the clone from Yukino. Another spin on the Cyclone.
He did.
Now down he goes. That's the solo kill. Los Ratones to bully them out is Milsu zoning with the ball. And I gotta say, we mentioned how important jungle was gonna be. Yukino absolutely dominating in the context of that 1v1 match. His boss now going all in. That's the ulti from Tao. Boss maybe waiting for the guy to expire, but the damage, just too much. Tao as well. Novelia does not have his. KCB 4-stacked on the objective. Top laner's the only ones not to participate. Crowny debating if they want to go in. Velia caught off to the side as the Drake goes down. Will flag and drag out. So a little bit premature on the ulti there.
But the call was boss is missing, and Yukino knows this.
Flag, drag the Q, follow up, thunder rains from the sky. Yukino able to flash briefly, but it looks like boss is going to finish him. It's the shutdown. Nemesis now in trouble. Will be able to walk it off. On the other hand, needs to be ready to flag and drag. Initial interrupt. Boss wants to keep this going. Still has the extra help from the ulti. Zahen ulti coming in as well. Velia goes down. Nemesis solo. Prime wandering his way in. Reckless with the extra healing to defend his mid laner. Boss going on a bit of a walkabout on the top side. KCB still coming out even in that trade, but Boss, I don't think he's walking away from this one. Oh, the heal is there. The Q flash hand delivered back to Tao.
That could have been so much worse for Los Heretics. But Camilo
Hazel, the threat of the all-in with the ultimate, very real. Is Boss not afraid to continue trading despite being down 2 levels. Ulti there, healing, is gonna escape, gets pulled back, he's gonna die.
And I don't think that's a good one.
Nope.
But here we go, Velia.
Now might be in trouble in the meantime. Yukino, they're trying to cut him down. Velia wants to finish the kill desperately, but Yukino is still alive. Nemesis and Reckless on the way out.
To get for Dragon, and Los Heretics haven't really managed to trade for anything on the map.
No, I haven't. I mean, it's difficult when you're so far behind in terms of overall pressure. You can see Boss trying to win out on the 1v1. It will hold the tower for a little bit longer. Tao has overcommitted a bit, doesn't have access to the flash, does have access to the ignite. This is an opportunity to turn. The passive is not stacked. This should just be the quick kill for the Boss. Tao, tunnel vision on the tower, and it's going to cost him, but it's Prime with the 3-man! Instantaneous. The way to disengage is just too late. KCB find a slightly better fight, but it's Los Ratones who take the objective. And it's only Reckless who drops.
The numbers advantage for Los Heretics makes it tough. But Velia under pressure, and so is that top tower.
That it is. Camilo takes it out now. Nemesis needs to make it away. Pretty confident there's no shockwave, as he just saw in the previous fight, but it was only a few seconds off being able to lock him down. Real EU crowd experience, true. Shout out to the blue wall and the Los Ratones. Do you guys call yourself the Rats?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, good. That makes sense. It's not something you want to call someone unless they ask to be called it, you know?
Elsewhere. We'll have to see if that is going to be the plan. Is Prime a little bit far forward?
Celestial opposition already popped. Forcing the ulti out as well. Has been completely caught out. Good realm warp to punish. But now Boss needs to escape here. Ooh, on a thunder. Carrying through that tower. 160 gold for himself. Yeah. The Boss off on the side, but
They have now marked him 6K, getting lower. Los Heretics have to be super careful. The boss already caught on side. Protobelt's away. Tau just chasing down. Belly going for the initial engage on a Camilo, trying to force out an early shockwave. And down goes the Ori. Now it's Nemesis on the flank. Hazel in an excellent position to try and take over the fight, but he hasn't been able to get any damage down yet. Prime going in. Drake stolen. Crowny manages to get it. That's the Freak Master in the midst of the fight. I don't know what he's doing, but it's starting to get freaky. KCB still trading down just a bit on the kills. It can't finally engage. Tau dropping as well.
Camilo should never have been on the front line here. So many members of KCB are being distracted by the bows. Velia gets back out over the sides, and by some miracle...
He isn't in a position to buy a Seekers right now. Presumably building towards it. Nemesis grabs the tower, and the gold gets closer and closer. But this is a pretty even game. I would say scaling, I don't know how you feel. I think scaling still probably favors KCB in the long run, but
yeah,
Crowny able to finish that third item does mean that he's quite scary.
It's just more of a, how do KCB play it? Because I think if you do play for, oh, hang on, Valiant? He's out.
Nope. Whoa, what out? He was in.
Did he click out?
He must have clicked out. No, now Crowny's gone too. He's just been picked up.
Lads, what are you doing? Lads, it's in front of Baron! And you lost your tier 2 boss!
I mean, Mark asked me yesterday if I could hype his team up, and that last play I was hyped, but that was rough. 2 back-to-back picks. 1 misclick, 1 misstep, 2 champions dead, and now KCB get a Baron, well earned to punish, to find those angles. Yukino constantly on the hunt. Los Heretics caught asleep at the wheel.
Mid lane goes to Tau.
Next flash over the wall, might be both. Prime, initial engage on Velia, looking pretty solid. Flag and drag out for Velia. Prime caught up a good bubble to keep him locked up, and the tower still standing as Tau breaks down the mid lane tier 2. The Bows pulled a little bit back by the shockwave. Hazel ulting as well. And now KCB retreating, but again, it's Tau in the...
This is much more difficult to play.
Haven't quite marked Tau yet. The Baus being realm warped into the backline. Flash in from Yukino. Crowny split from the fight initially, but still able to lay down a couple of auto attacks. Nemesis completely split out. Needs to get away from Tau. He's fast enough, but the Baus is getting taken down in the meantime. Tau single-handedly splitting the fight, forcing Nemesis away. KCB standing strong. The Baus caught once again. The Dark Englaive just continues to find him. Bullbear doing his best to run a slow there, connecting. But here comes Prime once again, so good on finding the angles. Down goes the Baus. Drake to the side of KCB. Were able to steal the Drake, where they were able to find some of those kills and even it up. It's just been all KCB. Which honestly, so for some sense.
TP in behind Nemesis now, though. He's going to have to realm warp out of this.
Collapse is there, realm warp is there, flash forward, hoping for the shockwave. It is gonna connect. Nemesis will get taken down. The damage potential from the Rise is there, but he's just CC'd. 60 seconds down the death timer. We are 32 minutes into this game. KCB will grab another Baron, perhaps the final one of the game.
There's no contest from Los Heretics. They just want to push in waves, get as much gold as they can, maybe get a place. But KCB with a second Baron and very little left when it comes towards turrets for Los Heretics. It feels like this should be the base getting cracked by the French.
Yeah, I mean, it's French workout.
Yeah.
The French, hell yeah. KCB did not expect this level of Wampa Stomp, but here we are.
Yeah.
And again,
genuinely really impressed.
I mean, Yukino is the story. Everyone has played their part.
Yukino!
Ah, the no and Yukino. I see. Follow for Prime. Oh, God, did we just cast or curse them? I was about to praise Prime. Follow from the Baus. He thinks that's his time to go in. I still don't know if this is a great fight. Turning it back again. The W is crucial on the bite there. Baus doing a lot of damage, but the chain CC is there. Can't quite get the shield down. Crowny now gonna be in trouble. Decent tidal wave, but CC immune is Tau. Dashes right through the Cataclysm. Finds the kill. Nemesis now running away.
Mountain Soul available for KCB.
Comedy of errors.
Yeah.
Prime whiffed. Yukino whiffed. KCB still won. And that's the power of a wallet. It was so recently created. This is the instant turn on the flanker to collapse on the boss. If they wait longer, he does enough damage to find at least one kill there. But the immediate collapse, recognizing the position of the train that Los Heretics can't really follow if they choose that angle, means that fight just goes even more in their favor. Now they've got a Mountain Soul, they've got a 10k gold lead.
all this has proven to me is that we never should have gotten rid of sister teams, you know?
True. We need 2
Proof is in the
MCoys.
pudding.
2 G2s. Maybe not 2 Fanatics, but you know, something.
Yeah, it's just four members of KCB kind of just do what they want.
Shockwave's nothing,
Okay.
and Tau doesn't participate.
Okay.
Most of the time, it's win a fight. 100%.
I think it's fair. And they get Hazel. That's also
Yeah. It's still a close fight.
And here we go.
They found Hazel. They've knocked up Hazel. Another piece of CC will hit Hazel, but no damage is hitting the Yunara. Prime re-engaging on the boss. The boss now in trouble. Quick stun back. Both sides just running back and forth. There's another super wave. Both Eternities don't really have time to move back to Fountain. Crownie hasn't been able to find an angle of attack, but Hazel's ulti is now faded. Surely if there was a time, the time is now. Camilla's Stone Cold, though, still has access to the Shockwave, waiting for the perfect moment. Yukino rooted. A lot of damage coming in from Nemesis the boss.
Oh my god.
Goes in on Rise. Tau a lot of damage. CC immune in the midst of the entire team. They're going to burn it down before he gets the revive. Crucially, bobs off to the side. Might be able to make the difference. That's the exhaust, but KCB not going to falter. Boss going right back in. Hazel going to delete him. Holy stack now on the queue. As Yukino is spinning in the back line, but it's going to cost him his life. KCB set. I set on the objective. One more auto. Crownie manages to kill him. If they kill Camilla too, they have a chance. One more auto onto Camilla. They're running. KCB wants the wave in. He goes, oh no, Camilla, that's not it. Goes on the flash. He gets him. The timing is off. The Zanyas. They don't have the damage. KCB.
Reckless still wishing he was an AD carry right now.
Like 2 days in a row now. Kiana yesterday, now the M-Pesa today. Leveraging the nature of the flex pick as well to ensure that they could get a favorable matchup in draft, something that is always just doubles down on
Fight. But with the Ghost, it means you've actually still got access to chase a lot of these members down. So if you get headbutted away by Paris, you're still relevant.
Fleshy manages to connect, pushback, first blood. Fleshy takes it, not ideal, but getting the kill in mid lane. Perfect is Nako now going all in, uses the Ghost, running down main turret.
Part of that V5 Miracle roster that nearly made it to Worlds. They end up just barely missing out on one of their playoff games to make it, but it was like with Mole and PP God, and they were just a very fun player to watch.
Yeah, and I think it's always tough when you have that single split to show the best, as we see the response engaged in the mid lane. Humanoid just able to flash out in time as Relics on the chase. The kill will get finished. Going over to the jungler of Navi.
You're able to cover because you can't get shuffled back into the tower.
Paris. Knock up, holding the punt. Already gets the auto, knocks Carzzy back to try to make the trade as favorable as possible. Paris is only level 5. Crucially, though, flash away from Fleshy. Dodges the empowered W. Double barriers traded. Rylik on the way down. Splitting, level 8 to level 8. He and Linces might just go for the 1v1. Rylik likes his odds, but Paris overstaying. Is going to get caught out. Finally able to ult Carzzy. Still able to finish the kill.
Paris pathing was checked now. Very quickly using his abilities to get topside, though.
Done there, pushback from Mainter, is going to ult and go all out. So Flash traded for Flash. Rylik on the way up, as you highlighted. Red buff empowering him. Good initial burst damage. Follow-up is there from Mainter. The footwork to empower to keep the shield going, and it's Linces who walks too far forward. Navi.
Oh my
Carzzy
god.
unplugged his keyboard.
Oh my god.
He's plugged it back in. We had to stop. But he's plugged it back in, folks. He did it. Confirmed, League officials have confirmed. We resumed the game. The Drake
so it was actually the keyboard plug-in any percent. I didn't realize that was the category we're running.
Yeah, right. Yeah. You could donate to win this. No, I don't know.
Yeah. If you check out our TikTok, though, we'll have all the our NaVi plus Humanoid.
On the Humanoid. Gliding his way out. Paris just continuing to chase Linces on the way to try and interrupt. Pushback only connecting on to Paris. That just means he's going to hit the auto anyway. The flick connects. Hobie takes the kill. That's pretty devastating for the side of Vitality. It's now on the bot side. Mainter missing the Pathmaker. It's a pretty long cooldown. Can go all out to reset it. Misses the Q3. Will go all out. And I think he just needs to walk this one off. But instead he wants to go right back in. Dashing through. Q3 not going to do much. Knock-go. Clean. Top side though. So the side lanes for this Vitality lineup just continuing to find little advantages. Humanoid, despite going down,
now for the bot lane to be taken by Nako.
And here we go. Way in. Flashback from Kobe. Good reaction speed. Linces good backstep to get away from the seismic shove. But in the meantime, yeah, you're right. Nako the one who's winning. And that whole exchange just solo taking that tower in the bottom lane.
Yeah, because NaVi have very much been in control for a lot of this game. But the fact now, well, it is answered mid, but you're gotten both side lane.
Something we have to keep our eye on is the Herald is going to be dropped in the midst of the pit.
No Muramana completed for the Corki as well, so Karzi needs to get that finished.
Might have misclicked the Herald as he did hop in and then crash it into a wall. Initial catch out on a Fleshy. Knock, not able to find the back line as the Chemtech Drake goes down. It looks like NaVi do want to back away. Rylek flashing out instantly, but it's Linces straight in. Manger trying to pull away. Low, taking health bar. Knock, not able to do a damn thing. He's been isolated. He's been brought back up into the air. Finally, Lerkin is set to fall. Samdi free to do whatever he wants. NaVi team fighting, looking incredible. The flick hits onto Linces. He goes back in, stuns himself, and dies. That was incredible.
How the hell is the entirety of NaVi still standing? And with 20 minutes just ticked over, they are immediately running for the Baron. NaVi have blown the game open. I think Obi hits a flick onto him in the back of this because he suddenly ended up at the front. We get it just as it goes on. So the engage comes through. Linces tries to make the play, but watch here as Obi, hitting
a lot of stuff. And you got to say the Unraveled Earth against Renekton and Xin Zhao is pretty devastating. It is really hard for Linces and Knock without a flank to play these fights. You can see Knock is so
the fact that that wasn't there.
Yeah. Really comfortable now with the Fiend Hunter's bolts. They likely complete the IE here on Samdi before the next big fight in the duration of this Baron. Maybe even a third item for Poby as he only has the combined cost left from that Leandries. Knock still furiously split pushing, and there is an objective bounty to be claimed, so this won't be a negligible amount of gold. However, I don't think it'll put a dent in the overall team difference, even if it does put him farther ahead individually. Sadly, he can't. Oh no, he's going to stick around.
I mean, they have to do something, but
Hook, flick back. This is not the play. Fleshy hoping to hold that tower. Humanoid can set up another one if he wants to, trying to catch Poby. Poby again, great reactions as Samdi just goes in on Humanoid and pops him.
And now you got to TP back to try and defend parts of your base, but NaVi, they're just going to be able to step away here. There's the Ghost.
Knocko.
You got to go.
Ghost.
You got to just go.
That back step is a little bit awkward. I think hoping for something flash forward. The wall from Poby! Oh, that was terrible! That was absolutely not the wall that they wanted!
that does
the woods quite yet.
Dragon's about to spawn as well. Chemtech's all available for NaVi, so Vitality
Turn Karzi's immediately going to die. There's no way they stop this. Rylek already back into Humanoid. He's completely isolated. It's a disaster for Vitality. They're going to try to recover what they can, but Maynard catches him out on the way. You're not supposed to be allowed to have MS and Cassante on the same team, Rob.
It's a little disgusting. It's a little disgusting.
It's original Cassante and modern era Cassante at the same time. I didn't appreciate it until we saw it there, but that was... I'm a believer in the Ambessa jungle. NaVi are demolishing mental fortitude of professional players. That would have been it for me. I would have packed it up. SpongeBob meme, time to head out, surrender vote. Let's go to the next one. Vitality going to do their best to find a way back into this game.
And Maynard got to the right side of the wall.
Maynard did get to the right side of the wall. Humanoid's dead. Picked off in a side lane. Old habits die hard as it was. Which NaVi didn't deny.
I mean, it would definitely be a miracle, but
sometimes you need a miracle.
But off this just like a cow in the way.
That would be really tough, yes. And there does seem to be a cow in the way. Linces found the cow. Cow's still in the way. Baron 3K getting lower. Knocko not going to quite be able to get into the pit. Maybe hoping to find a fight, but he's just being publicly executed. His lane advantage deleted. It no longer matters. Maynard's still alive. Q3 manages to catch out Karzi, but they're taking out Rylek. Samdi finally coming over the wall, though. Karzi flashing away from the empowered W, but the GA is there. The cooldowns, however, aren't. Karzi finally allowed to open up. Paris down. Triple for Karzi, hoping for more, but Samdi does not give a damn. Double for him, hoping to make it 3 as he and Poby remain standing.
Samdi getting... So, this is just going to be a very strong Red Bull Baron power play as they start to push on through.
Yeah, it feels like this should be the second to last nail in the coffin, most likely. Although, if someone on the side of Vitality missteps, it could just be the final one.
Yeah, I mean, Rylek is...
Doesn't seem like it's going to have too much effect.
So now we want to break the base. They need to do it on this wave. That is the timer that they're on, but Fleshy wants to start a fight instead. Knock go instantly in the backline, looking to lock up Som-D. Som-D in trouble now. Knock go finally putting the goal to good use. As Humanoid also doing a good job. Carzzy locked up, knocked up. The ball damage coming in from Rylek, and it might be enough to turn the fight. Knock go finally found his way into the back line, but now they're finding their way onto him. Poby still standing, the Unraveled Earth, the flick back, a good buffer from Fleshy, but it does not matter. NaVi holding on in that fight, a good effort from Vitality.
The wallets were too large, the Chemtech Dragon was too strong. The low health bars for NaVi just could not be punished. It was a great attempt from Vitality, but unfortunately just was not enough in this game.
No, it was not. TP's coming in now as well, because it feels like two top laners in the base. Rylek and Mainter finding their second win on this stage, backed up by Poby. Fantastic game from this team overall. Vitality maybe one last desperate hold, but I think after day one, people have learned to just hit the Nexus. So they're taking their sweet time. Mainter's gonna die for it, but they will win in the end. NaVi 2-0 in LEC versus.
And a well-earned 2-0 for...
You will probably have mixed feelings about this champion, because while he has had some very iconic plays, this is also one of the champions that he is notable for feeding on. So we're sending a dive.
Cheeky angle at that, you're right, I think it will be. The health bars, though, looking pretty good here from Yoppa and Mickey, but the dive comes nonetheless onto the 80 carry. Yoppa hit away. Now the flash followed up by Razork, and a bonk on the head to help for the first blood. It is a 1-for-1, but the 80 carry goes down in Yoppa. Dragon should be taken with ease.
I mean, on the rise, you do have fantastic early game push. He's really utilizing that to go back to base, pick up those delays, but not the end of the world. Skeens, level 6, is eyeing up that top lane.
There we go. One trigger to be pulled, no Phaelite accessible here. Skeen's going to walk on in, slicing Maelstrom, and there is a flash, but can he move? Wonder locks him down, and there's the...
But Fnatic back on the map, set their sights on bot lane once again.
Bully Yoppa again, the Fnatic playbook in merit with a trample down. Yoppa's kept in place. He has the range though, and lost for one more auto, one more turret shot would have done it, but the dive works out in the end. Question mark? Okay, Razork's going to go down as Vicky picks up the kill. Meanwhile, the dive in mid, Skeens finds some success. Turret shot won't finish him off. Whether it's a true contest or not, we'll have to find out at 3K. Already half the way done. Seems like the answer's going to be no.
Renekton using his ulti just to clear out the top wave. A trade of ultis actually, as Wonder trades back, drops the ignite as well. Emperos is going to be forced back to base. Doesn't have his TP available, which means more plates for Wonder.
As Razork crosses through mid, looking for a target as well, but going to help push out the wave. Talking about another lane that's successful. Let's look at Leader. Leader in the matchup, looking real good. Now going to bring that towards top lane. Realm Warp, and Emperos is going to get fully dead again, but it's a solo kill. They didn't even need to come. The is worth noting. If Wonder joins the fight, it is going to be monstrous as Razork brings out the monster on Mickey first, onto Skeens. He joins in, but the flick back is beautiful. Blighty trying to get the pick, but Mickey's taking a while to die. Razork gets the flash out so he didn't get traded as Skeens. Now stuck in a 2 versus 1. Upset joins in, but Snipe from Yoppa. Chain to corruption as well. Perfect ulti. The SK80 carry flashes away. It's now back up, now back down. As Upset gets rooted, now walks away, but Lost was stuck in the middle as well as SK bring this fight back. Mickey took so long to die. He will not get to walk up to it.
He will not have fun, but it's also just for those champions. Oh, Emperos can't do much to defend the tower. Leader wants more though.
Razork's in the vicinity, and we joked about it yesterday, but Wonder's taken him to town as good stun up from Emperos goes into the dominance, but the stun comes likewise. Razork now visits his favorite lane. Flash away, the sliding Maelstrom will not kill Razork in the trade, and no matter what, Razork will be bot. TP though, as he sticks around, maybe wants to get out of here soon. They're committing for the turret. Mickey's going to look for an engage. Turret doesn't fall down just yet. Razork's like, I'm dead. I'm going to take the objective bounty with a depth charge and even a dodge away. Everyone's here from SK. It'll be a long trade, but goal. Got 2 of them. As Wonder controls top for the time being, stops Blighty pushing. There was also some plates taken by Leader in this bottom lane, so both solo lanes still in a massive position despite the kill onto one of them. As a potential dive, Emperos has to give Prior here because he's scared. He's like, where the hell's this fight that just took Dragon?
I mean, not only that, Leader now, level 13.
That's a slither of HP. Some more gold to SK that might lead towards 5K. 5K at 18 minutes. I am not used to selling the story of SK, Betty. Like, last year was a disappointing year, I'm not going to lie.
Mickey, though,
Okay.
getting engaged on.
Is he caught out, or is it lost? Is the flash away? Maybe I know my answer. Slicing Maelstrom in the bottom lane. Wonder builds the space, gets the stun, and Skeens is here to help bring in the fun. And Frost goes down. And Skeens picks up the kill. We look back towards mid. Yopper at half HP. He's hit down by the Arclighter rune, but Upset has run out of range. SK back away, and for Fnatic, they don't get a return.
I mean, credit to SK. I said that I wanted to see them playing through side lanes, and I said that their two options were to kind of shadow one of those side lanes, and then potentially convert that pressure into mid. But alternatively, you can just shadow and find a pick. And so Emperos thought that he saw an opportunity. Hey, now on the Renekton, I've got the Stridebreaker finished. Maybe with the Merc treads as well, I can actually fight against this Kennen. I do have a lot of HP, but not if the Vi is there.
And you do have to adapt on the fly as well. I know you were saying on a podcast with Chat that you were like,
hang on,
it's about hitting the ground running. Maybe this is it as well. Leader's going to walk forward instead, flush away from Vladimir Skeens. Vault Breaker's in, but a TP comes in where Yopper joins the fray in the flank TP. Even more dangerous for the Kennen on the way. TP's going to finally finish, but it's a slow one as Wonder flashes past the seismic shove. He gets one, and it's Vladdy SK again. Fighting fire.
Especially having cast Odoamne for many years, one of the big Kennen enthusiasts. I know that he always told me that like you have to play around this summoner spell so well as a Kennen player, either looking for flanks or looking for that backline play. Let's see though as they set up for the river. Razzle going in.
He's got himself a Cyclone. It's a good angle, but he's just run into Yopper, who takes him down to 0. Skeens is going to be the trade as Mickey jumps in as well. And remember, again, we just talked about Wonder not being able to flash in. And Norris is slicing Maelstrom up, but still, they're going head-to-head. They're going even. Flash in from Yopper, this 80 carry. The balls on this man. A triple about to turn into a quadra, but stolen by Wonder. If it's not Wonder, it is Yopper leading the charge.
SK dominates another fight against Fnatic. They may have lost their jungler, but this will be another dragon in their favor. The gold continues.
Beautiful angle, and then Yopper takes over. Wonder doesn't have his ulti, but it doesn't matter. The gold is out of control. 9,000 for SK. If SK wins this, they're top 5. Thank you so much for that. You know what? That's good. So they're the top 50% if they win it at 1-1. You, sir, very wise as we look at another fight in the jungle. Mickey at half HP, but it matters not again. Lost, but has to run for his life, but stunned up. Skeens helps Leader get the kill, who's now on a killing spree himself. 3,000 for mid, 3,000 for top. This is looking good.
These solo laners have absolutely popped off, but really so much of the credit needs to be given to Skeens. His impact throughout this game has been absolutely massive. Great shadowing of the laners, outside of abandoning bot lane early on. Like, admittedly, not much that he could really do in that situation. But now they start off the Baron. Razork in the area. Can he find the steal?
Well, he needs a good angle. Level 13, let's find his way in rather. Emperos has already started off the fight. Gets kill on the Mickey. Skeens gets the ulti and it's perfect. It doesn't matter, the two already gone down as Razork is now into Yopper, but it's too late. Wonder shreds them to death, and SK will be pulled off the Baron, but the enemy team is dead.
To start off the Baron.
Well, Vision's going to be found, but at 10k it might not even matter. You can see Razork's going towards bot. He'll try and steal some jungle camps while Baron goes over, and this slow burn from SK continues.
What a one-day difference will make, right? SK, I've had this name for 33 years now.
Yeah,
so.
He's 33.
Yes.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
One or two people may have made that joke before you.
Okay, it's medic though, isn't it? When you say one person, I feel like he's claimed
Razork
everything.
might be about to fall.
Yeah, he might have to go night-night as well. Razork, yep, dead in an instant. Teleport burn. I guess everyone wanted to be there as former. Oh, the pity on the minute. Don't worry, guys, he'll catch up.
He will catch up. He's on his way.
The Genomite does go down once again in the bottom lane turret. It makes it quick work. There's something to be done towards mid eventually as Fnatic look for their pick onto Wonder. Stridebreaker used, but Wonder's not caught out. Instead, Mickey pulls the engaged depth charge onto Upset. He was previously deathless on the champion, but you can't say that anymore as Skeens tries to run in. It looks a bit messy, but Chain to Corruption again. Leader's going to follow up, and dead in an instant is lost, but Wonder flashes in and makes short work of Vladdy. Well, meanwhile, Upset is trying to do what he can to Mickey, but it won't matter as well. Lofba's going to die Priestley, because I'm looking at Yopper. Similar names, Betty. It sucks sometimes. Triple kill comes through, and already, Upset almost dies. But a triple goes over regardless. Baron enhanced recalls go through, but the base is in tatters.
Double TP is available for SK. They're going to go back to base, quickly rejoin their AD carry, and set their sights on closing out this game.
I don't know what Upset can do. He might be 4-2 and 3, but Wonder is going to one-shot him, getting close to as he steps forward. He can't even get in the same realm as Losper trying to do the same, but the Nexus is exposed, and down it will go. SK looking great today.
Can GX play through the sides versus getting sucked up into these team fights where G2 is going to be looking for some traditional front-to-backs?
Some of that insane scaling as well. It's an interesting
That
draft.
little skirmish, no one with quite enough damage. And it is quite funny when you look at the items of everyone and you realize, yeah, it makes sense that there really wasn't enough damage.
Shanes, that ulti used well, and first blood over Jun somehow. I think that's an observer delay, as Hans has now used the summoner for it, but it enables the dragon. Waiting for Noah for the kill threat there.
Lethality virus a bunch of times, but just in lane, he just trades so well.
And especially when we're getting these crit 80 carries coming back, a small engage here. Isma turns it into a big one. The setup is beautiful from Lot, and he'll take him down. Broken Blade joins in, gets a 1-for-1. Now that Isma's down, as Lot needs to flash over the wall, but it's matched. Broken Blade gets a flip out as well. Pulls in the all out, and Lot, even though he kites away nicely, Tempered Fate not going to be saved. Cap flashes forward, gets the stun out, and Lot is down too. The Realm Warp can't save the lives.
To put him in a position to then drag him back over the wall. Caps does have to expend the flash thanks to Jun's ultimate.
Here we go again.
No flash available. The grubs have started.
I think we're just ramping up. Lot slowed down. One grub taken, rather two. The engage is there. It's 2v2. Skewman gets to knock up onto Isma, but Broken Blade jumps back in. The Cassante takes a while to die with double buff into 4 people. He still wants to go forward, but Broken Blade, a bridge too far. The Skewman picks up the kill in response. The Prob has to get out of there as well and follow his junk. And went 180 the other side.
He did what many of my Call of Duty montages looked like back in the day.
Oh, yeah. Tempered Fate, okay. Realm Warp as well. This is a good collapse. Lots coming in at a great angle, and Caps is isolated. A free kill waiting as well. Eggnivia down. Jackie's with the kill. Dragon is free.
A nice collapse from GX. Some of the corners.
Use them. He has a spectator line. He'll go
No,
back.
he TP's top.
Oh, did he?
Which brings into question why G2's even challenging that dragon in the first place.
True.
If you know you don't have your top laner ready to join.
Well, I mean, I guess Hans got caught in mid. Almost. I don't know what you want to call it.
I mean, I didn't like the play from G2 as the TLDR.
Okay, Betty.
Like, they're hard contesting this dragon.
True.
And they don't have a top laner. He's able to get away to safety. But this is going to be, I think, just a full tower secure.
But it's a trade. Look at bot. Caps is taking a turret by himself.
Okay, but how quickly is this NaVi taking this bot tower?
Hang on.
Go on, observers, show us.
Show us the burn.
Yeah, it's not exactly...
Look, almost there.
AD carry builds. I'm not going to pretend. I mean, I know what they usually build.
Should we
hang
clone
on,
Jack
hang on. LeBron, X-Flash.
Oh! No crash down for him. Thaddeus is disgusted, but Skewmon has saved the day. Really nice present guard, but the engage followed up by Isma's even better. Flash away from the enemy jungler, or rather from G2's. As Broken Blade has stepped in to try and help out, but versus 5, he can't stick around for long. A mistake there. The question is now, Noah, Transcorruption comes out again, instant cleanse at half HP, Arclight Rune gets him down flat. Broken Blade's in, now with the all out onto Noah. He takes him down for the shutdown. G2 are chasing this up. Jun flashes immediately, and meanwhile on the right side of your screen, Caps is going to survive while Realm Warp gets Jackie's out. A win for G2, 55 seconds of the Dragon. No objective yet, but this is going to enable the push with that Herald.
Okay, so G2 waking up a bit. They find a pick of their own. They get the flash out from Noah as well in the middle lane. So a nice advantage gain there. Converting this into the bot tower should give them a bit more of a gold injection. A lot of this gold advantage that G2 find themselves with is sitting on the Cassante. And I would say that one of the big things that GX will struggle with is when you have this lethality virus.
No, it doesn't scale, and again for Broken Blade, he's going to have a treat the longer this game goes on. Lot can't get over the wall. The ice wall is a prison. A crash down, Lot. Will he be able to move? You have your answer. As Dragon is now spawned alongside Baron. G2 have a 5 versus 4. The Dragon and run approach is GX as the smite comes down. Okay, now they run. They do get out, but mid is open for the fray.
They put themselves on soul point. It's going to be difficult for GX to stop this tower from going down, but I like what Jackie's is doing. Immediately run to bot lane to push out that wave. At the very least, put some pressure onto G2 elsewhere, so they're forced to go back to base and catch it. Maybe a small level advantage over that of Jackie, so wants to keep the pressure going, but...
And maybe Noah does as well now as well. He just used his flash. His cleanse is gone now too. Flash from the last play. Lot misses the ulti, but now he's caught out once again. He dies mid once. Fetty, he's gonna die mid again. Gets a kill on the Brov, but hang on, he's not dead yet until now. Hunter picks up the kill. The Cataclysm comes in. G2 are caught in the middle like fish without a sink as away goes Jackies. GX is still trying to fight this, but Broken Blade's in front. And much like that fish,
About to fight back for it. They have the Bard ultimate available to them to stall.
Chains miss so to start us off. Isma needs to steal, but he flags out. Tempered Fate buys time yet again into two-man. Jun gets split back, but Broken Blade has done it. He's found two. Chemtech is denied. It's all in. It's a circle comp, circle rip. All I'm seeing, a health bar's fleeting from G2 as Isma tries to part his way out, but Skewmon re-engages, gets the range, and now he sacrifices his own life. Realm Warp for one, for two. Hunsummer has to be part of the running squad as Arclighter Ruin gets the slow down. Range again, but a miss. A whiff. The arrows are down as Hunsummer at half HP has to flash away from this deadly duo. GX now have options to take mid, but they did lose the Drake.
Yeah, it's a little frustrating for GX to lose out on that Drake, but G2 had such a good setup around the Dragon that it would get away as GX and G2 go for two for two.
Mega Blast Cone again, Tempered Fate used, Crash Down is good, Jun's the target, and Caps is just hiding away the fight. Cassante is Cassanteing, but Caps is capsing. As he flashes away, you look at Noah on the right trying to hit his poke and range, but GX is separated, and there's a pause, and that person loves
Absolutely
Caps.
nothing. Broken Blade acting as the gatekeeper to deny them access. Tempered Fate likely going to come through from Jun once again.
Look at that wall, Broken Blade, Tempered Fate, you mentioned, there it is finally, but it's run dry. 4K Isma needs to get in the pit, but Broken Blade won't let him near. The burn down, the 1400 smite, the deal is done. Broken Blade's dealing with two people, and that's Noah gone. So G2 can have at him. GiantX have one target, and it's Broken Blade taking on the entire world, knocked up into the air. But Baron, for one, is still hella worth on the Baron.
Absolutely a worthwhile trade. G2 using...
GX look to defend bot. That's where G2 seem to be hovering as well. Okay, engage on the Caps. He has Egg. Level 17 Anivia. Isma ambitious. Now split up. GiantX don't have their jungler, and Jun is getting one shot from range. Skewmon flies in for the kill. And G2 now have a 5 versus 4 with the Baron buff. The siege begins.
I mean, with the numbers advantage and with the stall champion gone as well, G2 should be able to easily knock down this tower. I imagine they'll be looking for more. They are currently only playing through one lane. But what was a game that just felt like it was going the way of GX. They were constantly finding picks onto G2. Felt like G2 regrouped, refocused, and since then, they found picks of their own.
But do they really count? I mean, Broken Blade can tank this up forever. It is Caps for the time being as Hansummer went in deep. Broken Blade flashes in onto Jackies, gets a couple of whiffs, couple of misses. Now looking for the flick back. He will eventually die here. A step too far, maybe, for the top lane. And Tempered Fate didn't connect there as Caps. It wasn't flash used. John! That ain't Carrier's Bard, as Jackies now took the magical journey as well. GiantX decided to go in to die one by one, and Isma is coming up next. It's a miracle he's live. GA now used, Nivea in form, Caps is gonna drop as well. Lot bringing the fight back. We have just decided to throw caution out the window. It looked horrible from GX. Now it looks horrible from G2. As the
hungry for kills. Jackies just melts through Hansummer. I thought he had tower aggro at the start, but he finds himself a solo kill. What are they doing? And then
LeBron's just going to back away. We are deciding that it is a good time to fight. Jarvan says it is a good day to die, but I wonder, does he really mean that? GA, he can dive this, and onto LeBron. There's a setup from Lot. Public execution, easy as that. LeBron just wanted to back in a bush that he thought was absolutely fine to. Now G2 are down a member.
Yeah, and I think GX can convert this into another tower as well. Jackie's pushing in mid lane. Knocks that one over.
Somebody used ult, by the way, so that's now down as well.
I mean,
this is two for the price of one, I think. We're getting more than we bargained for. This guy's throwing in chips on the side. Hey, have a drink.
LeBron.
There's the stun up is good. LeBron, okay. Flash is now burned away. Jackies gets the kited out, though, and the re-engage is good. Damage doesn't connect for the Rune Prison or anything of the sort. Broken Blade face checked and almost gets hit for it. Isma gets Tempered Fate by his own Bard. Cap flashes away. Broken Blade pulls out the ulti, but he's squishy as anything now. The last auto connect. Isma almost died, but it doesn't matter anyway. LeBron gets the engage he wanted. Jun flashes forward. G2 are getting destroyed. A triple over to Sparrows. The Quadra stolen, and GiantX are thriving in the chaos because G2 are delivering it to them on a kebab plate.
An engage that was forced by G2 was turned around on by GX. A fantastic ultimate from Noah to set up an excellent team fight. He's a GX. Just like that, are looking to close out this game.
And it looks like G2 might be starting the season 0-2 while GiantX sit on top of the leaderboard. Cap's going to buy some time. He goes golden, but soon to die into the egg. Noah gets the turret first. And now with the build-up of damage, all it takes is a quick Q. GiantX had us a little bit, but hey, a deserved win to start 2-0. Rely on Elyoya to get them through the early game, right? How important jungle is on something like a Jarvan to counter gank Yike, who's going to have a lot of free access to the potential dives. Elyoya gets Gromp in the meantime, and Alvaro is standing by. Flag, drag. There's some damage. Busio coming to help out. Yikes to re-engage. Healing, remember, can come through as well. Elyoya flashes away onto the blast cone, but it's matched. Yike, what a beautiful flash to engage the first blood. Over to Bussin as Yehu looks to the flick. Also spotted out is Elyoya, so this is absolutely safe, as Yike now knows. And we'll look towards respawns in this bottom camp, see if there's anything up and available for him to steal, but Dragon goes down regardless. Another win. Okay. We're just a little bit shy of that flash being off the cooldown. So Elyoya is really trying to punish it. Decimating Smash avoided. Kana stepping up. Here's Elyoya, the flag drag, gets the knock up. Kana at half HP already. Mirwin needs another Decimating Smash, but he ulties instead. The flash has just come off cooldown. A brilliant play as Jojo flashes away from the seismic shove onto Yehu as he flashes away as well. Jojo's coming close, but Yike, the clutch factor again. He's here to save his mid laner proud.
Yike, just at the right moment, helps protect his mid laner from getting solo killed by Jojo. He will be able to convert this into his second dragon for KC as well. The bot lane being put under relentless pressure from Busio and Kalist. Koi can be happy after finding a pick in the top side, but the rest of the map is going all the way of KC.
Boy, Tempered Fate onto Kalist. He Caliber netted out of that one. And so no punishment there. Alvaro can't get too much done, and KC are going to get double dragon. But again, some kind of resilience up in the top lane. Some kind of redemption.
I ever knew was Bread of Heaven when I went to watch Wales play.
Bread of Heaven.
Bread of Heaven.
Is that for your football team?
No, rugby team.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, when I went to watch Wales play in the Six Nations.
Nice.
The arena singing Bread
I think
of Heaven
we're in that, aren't we? Australia's in that.
No.
Did we disengage? Yeah, I'm pretty sure we are.
No, they're not.
Australia's in we play rugby as Jojo's backing off. Look, here comes the rest of KC. 4 members, in fact, as well. Jojo doesn't stand a chance as Alvaro flushes away. It's KC for bringing the pain once more. No objective up on this bot side, but they're keeping the pace going here.
Top side of the map. Elyoya is trying to cross map by getting some information on the bot side of the jungle, but Busio is reading it well.
Kalist stepping up, putting traps down. Elyoya flag and drag, Tempered Fate, but is this going to help them? This gives Yike time to go into super as Arclight Ruin comes through. Kalist spaces him well. Cataclysm there. Yike is going to die, however. So 1 for M Koi. Alvaro's ult was a bit on the nose, but it smells good in the end for Koi.
It certainly does. I was a bit worried because, as you highlighted, it felt like it just gave an opportunity for Kalist to get out of the way. He does flash away to safety, but the follow-up ult was good. If the camera's here, it feels like it must be a fight.
Well, Jojo, he's the one getting flicked about once again. Redemption coming in to help out, and I think there was more KC. Jojo gets out of the way.
Item.
Now, I think it's worth mentioning that everything looks to be up and available outside of Ace in the hole. Flash down for Kalist as we head towards this dragon fight, and for Busio. So those summoners crucial as Herald gets summoned. MKoi want to stop the flow of dragons. Tempered Fate comes in first, and deletion onto the Karma. KC getting threaded apart and flashing out. Elyoya is just on top of the carries. Gets 2 for the price. The one howls that as Mirwin is now chasing down. A decimating smash incoming onto Kana. Arclight flashed away from him. Yike running for the hills as well. KC in the blink of an eye just got absolutely annihilated.
Simple yet effective as Jojo looks for one more. He'll find the kill onto Yike, but obliteration as KC lose 4 members off the back of that engage. Alvaro connects the ultimate onto Kalist, and I thought that he was going to be the first target, but they melt through Busio. He's going to have ways to get through Mirwin's HP bar. Question is, will it be too little too late at that point, as Mirwin, I mean, yeah, he's quite the force to be reckoned with. Seeing if he can catch out Jojo. But Jojo is not falling for it. Now Yike's going to be spotted and Jojo will be forced to back away. That tower is going to go down, so the cross map that you suspected will come through. And now we'll enter another lull state, really, just because there's no objectives to play opened up. It's free for the taking. Good damage. Kalish should be able to secure this. Oh, but yeah, who's alone?
Here comes Jojo in. He gets stunned up midway. Has he got enough mana for the ulti? He'd have to think so, but he autos instead. Blocked by Kana! Yahoo lives on! A magical journey taken, and Kana's going to stop overheating in his next. Jojo's going to take the turret. This is it. Does a lot of damage. Almost 3 items himself as well. Going to deny as many minions as possible and takes it down. So, all outers are now down.
All ultimates were used.
Mewin thinking about using one himself as well. Running down onto Busio. There it is. CC immune, but he misses. He whiffs. Elyoy gets a knock up onto Yahoo on the side. He's separated while the Dragon goes down the flash for the Cataclysm, but down he drops. Elyoy picks up the kill.
Ultimate still a ways away. Mewin going to act as bodyguard to keep them away from it. Yike is the one you have to be most cautious of if you're a Koi fan.
Okay, it starts off. Audacious Strike already onto Mewin. He's just in the way. A big body at 4K. The Baron's going down, but Mewin's starting to chip down as well. Finally, it drops the flash. Jojo gets the one-man ulti. The Kana's right on him. And at full HP, he cares not. Busio gets out. Well, the threat is now super. Mewin chasing down on the top of your screen as you see Busio's smashed in the head. And even though he should be dead, he's not yet. A magical journey while the back of the fight went well. Busio's caught down by an enemy Bard. Ain't many times you said that. As Alvaro gets the kill, the mess is in the air. There's an ulti coming through. A knock-up not hit by Mewin. Weaver's Wall flies across the top of our screens as well. And Yahoo tries to deny this way, but attempted fate. Hang on a minute. Bit of danger here, but Mewin doesn't want to step up, scared of the rest of the team. Meanwhile, Yike is trying to find a flank, and he just dies to Super. Big mistake from the KC jungler, opens up the map for MKoi.
He was not expecting the assassin Super sitting in the brush, and now Koi looking for more.
It's a Cataclysm down. It might be the finishing touches. Decimating smash is beautiful. Kana's ulti, though, as he gets flicked back and overheat, would be fantastic, but he gets shielded up. Hang on a minute, hang on a minute. Kana needs to die. Alvaro knows, and as he goes, Golden Super steps up and fills the gap. Kana burning down the 80 carry, but he too will fall. Now through top, MKoi are looking to take it all.
Super plays with no fear, threatening the backline off of the engage from the rest of the Koi members. 2025, Koi could not take down Casey in the regular season, but in 2026, they're looking to change that story.
Yikes up in 2 seconds. The only thing I'll say is how much can he do? How much can he delay? One Nexus turret at the very least. Busio trying to buy some time as well, but Mewin is a body he can't just beat. Decimating smash down, and Super from afar runs into that Crescent Guard and takes him down yet again. Superstar 80 carry once more, finishes off with a double, and 2026 will just be a different year for the Spaniards.
Eventually.
Eventually.
He does get a bit of a revenge kill back.